Yaya is the main female character of the Unbreakable machine doll series. She is a forbidden doll, one of the Setsugetsuka series, the younger sister of Irori and older sister of Kamirasaki, and represents the moon, and the automaton that Shuko Karyusai chose to lend to Raishin Akabane because of their compatibility. Yaya is a dazzlingly beautiful young woman who is like an elegant chrysanthemum. She has a small face, which at first glance does not show any outstanding parts and may look simple and plain, but actually has extremely well-ordered features like a delicate work of art belonging to a museum, and some facial features similar to those of Shuko, Irori, and Kamirasaki, and looks like a literal doll. She has a lustrous complexion, exquisitely beautiful, without marks or imperfections, white as snow, smooth as a snowfield and soft and tender as a white peach, a slender body and short in stature, being shorter than Raishin by a head. Yaya has long straight black hair that extends to her hips, with a parting down the center, which shines brightly as if perpetually wet. She has thin eyebrows and black eyes, with reddish undertones. She wears a kanzashi consisting of a crimson headband, with straps extending to her ankles, over a draped black cloth tied to a wooden spike on either side of her head, a pair of white fingerless gloves with the middle finger hooked at one arm's length. Hands, a seductive long-sleeved short black kimono, whose color represents the season she represents, autumn, which has a red hanari, which along with her tamiri, falls over her shoulders and hangs from a red strap that is entwined around her neck and tied with a ribbon on her back, her yellow, and light novel, white, the moon symbol on her right side, in the sleeve and in the light novel, extending up to her right skirt, a magenta hanaba obi wrapped around her waist tied in a chachu musubi knot on her back over a pale pink obi, a purple obi jime tied around her obi and tied on her left with a ribbon, and a slit in her skirt revealing a white underskirt, white thigh-high stockings with red trim, with small arrow-shaped slits in each of their center and their red trim tied in the center of the slits in a knot, and originally, a pair of white 3/4 length collared tabi socks with front slits, which have a red strap intertwined around each of them and tied in a knot at each of their collar, along with a pair of black lacquered high-heeled platform geta with red straps. But after her geta was ruined after the train incident, Raishin bought her a new pair of well-crafted black strappy shoes, stylish but a bit old-fashioned. Shiny black boots, dark brown, platform. Yaya's underwear consists of a plain white bra, which she often does not wear, and plain white underwear tied on either side of her hips and tied with ribbons. Yaya is one of the Setsugetsuka created by Shuko Karyusai and, as such, has the Japanese kanji inscription of the Karyusai brand, Karyusai, carved on her back above her hip bone. Whenever Raishin's life is in grave danger, Yaya's hair turns blonde, a small diamond-like glowing horn grows from the center of her forehead, and an aura, crimson, an intense combustion of magical energy, envelopes her body like a gas burner. The aura, making his figure become the spitting image of a yiksha. In the arcs of facing sword angel and facing elf speeder, Yaya wears a nurse's outfit consisting of a white nurse's cap with, in the anime, a magenta heart design with crisscross cuts, and in the manga and in the light novel, a cross design, on the top of her head, a white armband with, in the anime, a magenta heart design with crisscross cuts, and in the manga and in the light novel, a cross design, on her left arm, a white apron, a light blue dress with long puff sleeves with a white collar, white cuffs, a white underskirt that has ruffles, white stockings and white sandals and holds, in the anime and in volume 3 of the light novel, a huge syringe, and in the manga and in volume 2 of the light novel, 2 small syringes. In the anime, Yaya wears several different sleeping garments, a white kimono, during the night after the battle with the 10 white warmers, and a purple-red bunny-eared mask on the top right of her head, along with a purple dress with a plunging neckline that has a pink strap tied to her left underneath it, bursting into a ribbon, during Frey's assassination attempt on Raishin, and undergarments, a plain black undergarment tied on either side of her hips and tied with ribbons, and a pink ruffled and pipe bra and a pink and white undergarment with layers of ruffles, in an effort to seduce Raishin. In the manga, while in London, before boarding the train to Liverpool, Yaya and Raishin strolled around the city and entered one of the stores where Yaya tried on several different outfits, a hairpin, with a small flower and ribbon on a small hanging cloth adorned with eyelets, pinned to the left side of her head, along with a tailored suit with embroidered trim and eyelet collar that has embroidered elbow sleeves adorned with eyelets, slits at the top and bottom revealing an undergarment with eyelets and a ribbon, with parallel cascading ruffles, in the center next to her bust, and a 2-layered long trumpet skirt consisting of a top layer with center stripe with ruffle trim, and a bottom layer with a neckline at the top front, a straw sailor hat on the top of her head along with a plain, long-sleeved, puffed, high-collared, tailored shirt blouse with a ribbon tied at the collar and cuffs, and a long, simple trumpet skirt. A ribbon cap trimmed with ruffles on the top of her head along with a 3-layered shawl consisting of a top layer with a cutout floral design with eyelets, a middle layer with a plain floral design and a bottom layer with a plain floral pattern and 2 lengths. Layered trumpet skirt, and, with her hair tied in twin braids with small ribbons, a maid's outfit consisting of a headband with maid's ruffles on the top of her head, an apron with eyelet shoulder straps that has a bib with eyelet ruffles and a waistband with eyelets in the back and tied with a ribbon, a puff blouse with long sleeves, high collar, cuffs and skirt. In anime OVA 6, Yaya wears a modern 2-piece swimsuit consisting of a black bandeau top with magenta straps, with a black ruffle trim and magenta trim at the top, which has a magenta Japanese kanji on her left, and a black 2-tier ruffled skirt with a magenta trim at the top tied on a ribbon on her right, which has a magenta Japanese kanji on her right. Yaya is a lively person who often speaks from a third-person point of view. She becomes melancholic easily whenever she is denigrated, but nevertheless she easily recovers by herself and becomes herself again. Zeshu translated as ultimate attack, the ultimate implementation of every nature of Furin-Kazan magic. Zeshu is founded on the basic principles of Raishin sword techniques that Raishin taught Yaya. Yaya only employs Zeshu after Raishin creates an opening to immobilize the target, thus ensuring that the attack does not fail due to Raishin's inability to control it due to his inexperience in the field of puppetry. Hakaiku Suijetsu, translated as destruction of the water and the moon, the most powerful version of Tenkin. Yaya explosively contracts her equivalent muscles. With a force similar to that of a mortar, he then drives his fist into the target's body, producing a massive impact that sends waves of explosive energy reverberating through him, causing his membrane to rupture and the target's body to explode, separating him from the inside. Hisagi Tachikage, translated as silhouette of the great Hisagi sword, the most powerful version of Suimei. Yaya, glowing with magical energy, releases the energy stored in her legs, generating a torrent of light, then operates at a speed that exceeds human capacity, demonstrating spatial perception skills, making her disappear. It emerges again to tear the target's body apart, a power that could even neutralize Jet's magic circuit, and then lands back, like a shooting star, producing a strong impact that can cause a tremor. Midori Asakura, translated as turbulent cherry blossoms in the night, the most extreme version of Kuin. I hope you liked the video. If you want me to bring a video about your anime character, comment it. Do not forget to check the videos of the channel. See you in the next video.